Hello everyone. I felt called to create another video about one of the themes I'm seeing and sitting with a lot right now. And that theme is this sacred call to rest. And with that is of course stillness and going home, being in the more internal realm and checking in. So there's two parts to that. The first of course is, what is it like to be at home, to be inward, to be with our families, our partners, our physical spaces, and our inner world. So there's a real call for that, for greater awareness and an assessment and recalibration. And many of us have the luxury now, sometimes it doesn't feel like a luxury, of really seeing where things are off or have gotten off and intentionally recalibrating, intentionally restructuring, assessing, making changes, speaking truth. A lot of people are doing home projects and home repairs, getting to those things that have not been addressed in a long time or have been put to the side. So there's a really powerful metaphor here with tending to your home and tending to your home and those nearby. So I invite you all to be with that. And again, with compassion. This does not need to be a time of criticizing and dissecting everything, but it is a time of compassionate assessment, compassionate reflection. Awareness, mindfulness, and know and be reminded that you have the power to speak new truth and to create new dynamics, new shifts. So that's thing number one. The second thing I've been reflecting on a lot is this call to rest. I don't know about you, but I come from a lineage where rest was like a complete foreign concept. I know in the collective as a whole, we are a culture of doers, of producers, of forward movers. That is what we value. That is what most of us learn very early in life keeps us safe, is if we are in that realm, in that current of thought. And with so many things shutting down, quite frankly, having barricades set up so that we can't. There are legal barricades and physical. I can't go to the parks in my neighborhood because of the need to really serve the collective in this new way. So we are a bunch of people in the United States right now really sitting with a powerful invitation to slow down, to be still and rest. And as I think about rest, I think about how I learned very early that rest was something to be earned or negotiated. So I could rest if I had produced. I could rest if I was sick. It had to be a real justification that felt valid or something I couldn't control. Well, I'm sick. I can't do anything except lay on the couch and watch Netflix. So here we have this invitation where there is sickness, of course, in the collective, but many of us are not experiencing a sense of sickness, yet we also are experiencing a powerful invitation to rest. Think about how many of you have been moving through life exhausted, saying, I just don't have enough time in the day, putting things off, feeling like you couldn't serve your values, you couldn't honor your own needs. This is the time. And I invite you to really be curious about whether you're embracing the time or whether you are fighting this invitation and trying to stay in the comfort of your doing, of the comfort of your known pace. This is a time to surrender to what is the best we can, right? Like we get to have our human feelings. We get to have our discomforts. We get to worry about people that are in different states of being and different states of privilege than we are. All of that gets to be real. And if you are someone who has the ability and privilege to sink into sacred rest right now, I'm going to offer you an invitation very directly and very clearly to take it. What I've learned on my own journey is the times that I call it a force quit, the times either through sickness or through situations that I couldn't control when my life and pace has slowed down. I have tended to fight it for many years, but when I embrace it, and even when I don't, when I have to be in it, typically on the other side, there is a powerful current of forward movement. Much more powerful than if I had fought it the whole time. So I encourage you to play with a sense of faith, right? We can't prove this, but I'm going to tell you I've seen this pattern play out countless times in my life and in the lives of my clients and friends, where if you allow yourself to recover, you're building almost a sense of potential energy. You're creating a structure, meaning yourself and your family relationships and perhaps your home, that will allow you to then sustainably move forward when it is time to move forward with the things that you are meant to be doing, creating, and expanding in your life. So be with the idea of rest and see what emerges for you, and then remind yourself that when you see a pattern, you then have the power to shift that pattern. You have the power to make conscious choices about what you desire instead of following what you have known. And that applies to rest. And we can create new belief systems, new patterns around how we value and embrace that. And now is a time to create some of those that will be implemented and change a great deal moving forward. Much love to you all.